when you're going up against is passing you. Now trust me, every racing driver has been at that point in their career. Go ask any F1 driver and they will say that there were moments where they felt slower than the others around them. And this is all due to one simple mistake that leads you to make many more mistakes than you thought you were doing. This is Beetle, and let's get started. The issue I'm talking about is what people call the racing plateau. This is where you're practicing a technique or a style of racing but making no real progress. This is basically where you have hit your skill ceiling, as people call it, and you think that you can't improve anymore. You're basically just stuck at one spot and you can't go any faster. This happens because you're repeating the same mistakes over and over again without realizing it. You're putting in the laps, you're working hard, but instead of getting faster, you're basically locking yourself into bad habits that are making you slower. The first step to breaking out of the plateau is recognizing that you are in it. If your lap times have stopped improving no matter how much you drive or practice, or if you feel like you're just going through the motions without understanding why, that's a sign. You might think you're refining a skill, but if you're doing it wrong, and if you're really practicing that one skill over and over again, but in the end you're doing it wrong, you're actually reinforcing bad habits. To fix this, you need to stop and analyze your driving. For example, let's say you're practicing trail braking, which if you don't know how to do it, you can go check out my video all about trail braking in the top right corner of your screen, or follow the link in the description. Anyway, if you've been braking too late or applying too much pressure, you're never truly mastering the technique. You're just getting comfortable with a flawed version of it. Take time to review your inputs, watch replays, or even compare your driving to faster races. Or just try different ways and experiment with different ways, which can allow you to find better and maybe even faster ways to learn whatever technique that is, or a different way could actually improve your lap time. Another step is getting feedback, whether it's from watching telemetry, studying video analysis, or having someone faster critique your driving. Feedback is key to understanding what you're doing wrong. Without it, you're basically just guessing that you're doing the right thing, and that's how you stay stuck. Having someone else watch you drive is such a great way of improving your own driving, because you are getting a second perspective in everything that you are doing. Once you identify what's holding you back, it's time to make changes. This could mean braking earlier or smoother, adjusting your corner entry lines, or experimenting with throttle control. Be intentional about trying new things, even if it feels awkward at first. Breaking out of a plateau often requires stepping outside of your comfort zone, because your comfort zone is what you've been practicing up until now. But now that you realize whatever you were practicing is wrong, you just need to step out of it and try to learn something new, even if it doesn't feel right. The most important part of improving is focused practice. Don't just do lap after lap expecting to get faster. Choose one technique. What I personally did was choose a specific corner that allows me to practice that one technique, and I run that many different times until I get that corner exactly how I want it to look like. This could mean if I don't like lap 10 of what I did in that corner, I would try something else different on lap 11, even if that means stepping out of my comfort zone and trying something that no one else does. That goes to say that you don't need to be like everyone else. You could follow your own racing line and hope that it makes a big difference. The goal is quality over quantity. Make every single lap count. You don't want every single lap to be the exact same. You want each lap to be something different. In real life, this would be even more obvious, because each lap your car changes. Weather could change, the track itself changes for something different, such as different braking points, different turning in points, or just a different line entirely. You've been stuck at a racing plateau, it's time to step back and reevaluate. Sometimes, to go forward, you must take one step back to take two steps forward. Recognize the mistake, seek feedback, and focus on improving specific areas of your driving. Breaking out of your plateau isn't easy, but it's what separates good drivers from great ones. Stop repeating the same mistakes and start building better habits.